Craig, just first thing, the Jacob Blake stickers, just can you tell us how that came about and, what that meant to you guys to be able to wear that sticker?
Came about, we had a team meeting. It was something that was just, that was decided above us that we were going to wear it, in honor him. But that's not our main thing that we're doing. Trying to do some other stuff, to honor him and honor everything that's going on. Just put a word to it, and just let everybody know, that we're not going to stand for that.
Next question is from John Sager.
Craig, how important, I guess, was it for you guys to have unity throughout the team on this to show you all one voice on it?
Okay, so let me go on and start. I don't want to be rude, but I kind of know every question is going to be about Jacob Blake right now, and I know as a team, as captains, we're still deciding on stuff to do. So I honestly, I have my own thoughts, and I really don't want to speak for everybody in the Saints organization. So if you want to talk about football, we can talk about football, but I don't want to put my own personal thoughts above all my teammates and all that. I feel like that's something we should do collectively as a group, and I just want to let that be known, as we're answering all these questions right now, and they're all pretty focused on the same topic.
Next question is from Catherine Terrell.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, is this the most time in a few years that you've gotten this amount of snaps with the first team? Are they rotating more than normal?
No. We're just, guys, we're a whole linebacker room, right? So we're here to take care of each other. Going with different groups, it's a different skill set that you're going against. We got young guys going with the ones as well. Just trying to get a look at everybody. We're all competing, and just trying to figure out, who can play, and what we all can do for this team.
Just to follow up, do you think the defense typically has an advantage early in training camp because you know the offensive formations and what they're trying to do in practice? And does that typically even out, or is it different every year?
I guess you can say that. As a defensive player, you would say the offense would have some type of advantage too because they know the same formations and how we play them. They have keys as well. And, Drew's been playing against this defense since 2006, so I guess you could say he's been there, done that with a lot of things. So it's just a learning curve, and, I guess as a team, man, we're just playing. Competition has been at its highest since I've been here, and it's really showing when we compete offense versus defense, just iron on iron.
Next question is from Amos Morale.
Yeah, you mentioned that competition has sort of been at its highest. Do you think that's sort of a product of the fact that you guys don't have preseason, so everybody's kind of amped up a little bit more?
No, not at all. I just think we just really have a really good team with a lot of depth. You got a lot of guys that's played a lot of snaps in this league, and then we sprinkle in some rookies that can play as well. So them just watching after some of these old guys and learning new tricks, that's only gonna make them better. And it's just like I said, iron sharpens iron. Like when you have a receiver room that's deep like we have, like they're all learning from Mike T. They're all learning from CJ. Like some of those young guys, they're learning stuff that young guys in other places aren't learning, and just like, Jameis and Taysom, like they're both learning from Drew. Like that's something that a lot of teams aren't gaining in other places, especially not having preseason. So I think that's a huge advantage for us.
Next question is from Rod Walker.
I didn't have a question. I took it out.
Thank you.
Next question is from Luke Johnson.
Greg, Joe Bocci was telling us that you kind of have been using your experience coming into the league to kind of show him, how to do it. Going into that, what was your experience like coming into the league, and How similar is that to what some of these guys are going through right now, just with the lockout and everything?
Yeah, so obviously I came out lockout year, so I didn't even get an invite to training camp. So I guess you can say I came into the league through the back door, practice squad, and really just earn my take year after year, and just telling those guys, the young guys, like, man, like nobody cares about your situation, right? Because the show goes on regardless. And the faster you realize that, the faster you don't have any pity for yourself, and the more that you enjoy your day every day, then you realize how special it is to be here where you are. And, hey, like, you get an opportunity, you only get one opportunity to do this, so you better put your best foot forward. And that's pretty much what I preach every day. Having fun while you do it, that's been a huge thing for me. Like, it's a kid's game. We're just grown men who get to do it. And if you're not having fun playing football, then you really shouldn't be playing.
Next one's from John Sager.
You might have kind of answered this, but let me preface this by saying your answer can't have anything to do with the Qs. But you're the guy who kind of supplies a lot of energy for this team. What is your thought process, and what are you going through to kind of generate that each and every day?
Where do I go?
Yeah, I mean, where do you go to mentally to kind of find that every day?
Oh, man, I just wake up. I wake up, man, I got it. I mean, I've always been like that. Like, you can go back to when I was in high school, middle school. It's something that, I don't know, can't really teach it. Like, you got to have it. You can fake it, but, I mean, people can see through that. And I have a Celsius in the morning, so I want to throw that out there. Thank you, Will. Lutz, Zach Wood, they give me a Celsius sometime in the morning. But I'm already gassed up before that. It's, like when you realize, like I say this all the time, John, like I love playing football. I love being around my brothers. And training camp is tough. Like you wake up, you're tired. The locker room is quiet. Training room is quiet when you get here in the morning. And, I mean, I love to be that person, liven it up, put a smile on everybody's face. And just realize, like, man, like, we're all blessed to be here. And it could be 1,000 times worse, So I just kind of live by that every day.
Next one's from Nick Underhill.
Just to follow up on that, have you thought about, like, with no fans in the games, like, will you guys have to manufacture that energy a little bit more just on Sundays?
Yeah, haven't really thought about it too much because, I mean, we're usually gassed up on game days anyway. That's kind of who we are, just as an organization. But I feel like our sideline is we're going to be turned like always, and not having fans in the stands is I feel like we'll have some music going, and just like we have music at practice, guys will be dancing, guys will be going, and it'll just be something where we feed off of each other and just keep everything exciting and keep fun and keep things rolling.
Next question's from Jeff Duncan.
Hey, Craig, you all have had such great success the last 3 years, won 3 division titles, more games than anybody in the league. It's been pretty well documented. I'm curious to get your thoughts on just how motivated you all are by the way the seasons have ended. I mean, does that stick in your all's craw? Is it something that will drive you all this season?
Well, that's every year, right? We had this before. That was y'all's big question. Hey, how do y'all bounce back, right? And then we bounce back and then we don't finish. So our whole thing is just, let's get into the playoffs and then let's focus on finishing. But right now our first step is, try to win the division. So we focus on that and just go step by step and just keep rolling. Like right now we really can't worry about, finishing. You got 32 teams and everybody has the same goal, right? So we focus on our first goal and then we go to the next after that.
Thanks.
No problem.
Next question's from Amy Just.
Yeah, back to energy. You're always dancing. You're always having a good time. But it seems to me that you're having even more fun when Teron Armstead's songs come on during practice. What's that been like? Just hearing him again. And him exploring some of that creative outlet.
Yeah, I mean, y'all may not know this, but I'm his manager. So I guess I have to do that. If you want to promote your guy, right? Like you have to provide that energy, especially when his song comes on in front of all your teammates. You have to let all your teammates know that, hey, that's Teron. So that's pretty much me. But no, I'm not his manager. But man, like he's always sent me his music. He's always, hey, what you think about this? Like, should I change this? So like when you hear the final product and you know how much work that he's put into it, right? Like you enjoy it like it's yours. And that's pretty much how I feel when I listen to his music, right? Like I'm jamming, Big T said I'm with it. And I'm like, I remember he wanted to maybe use something else, or he liked this other song versus this one, And when his teammates listen to it, like, and me and him gassed up, like they're gonna be gassed up when they listen to it. So it's just dope to see that everybody vibing out to his music. And he has great music. And if y'all want to stream it, it's on Spotify, Apple Music, just in case y'all want to go check it out.
Our last question's from Luke Johnson.
Hey, Craig, I'm just wondering if any of your taunting has ever worked on Will Lutz on some of these practice field goals.
No, I mean, he's the best kicker in the game. We did talk about that's the reason why we did it, me and Marcus, because obviously it's going to be a little bit different for kickers as well, right? That's something that people haven't thought of when there's no fans in the stands. It becomes a point of they have white noise. They don't really hear anything. Now they don't have that white noise. It's going to be an echo, playing in a Superdome where there's no people. So he's going to be able to hear, more taunting, more this, more that. So he's trying to find ways to, block it out and continue being the best kicker in the game.
All right, that should wrap it up. Thanks, Craig. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.